What's up guys and gals, Chris here. So today I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing something that I've been waiting for years, the iPad mini. Now you might be asking yourself, why years? Well, because I'm quite literally upgrading my Gen 1, or this could even be the Gen 2 iPad mini to the latest Generation 6 iPad mini which just came out this year. In fact, it's been so long, I can't even remember which version I had previously. Anyways, stay tuned and we'll check out this new iPad mini to see what it has to offer. Okay y'all, so like I mentioned, I've never really found a reason to upgrade my old iPad mini, and as time went on I even stopped using it altogether. So you might be asking yourself why I decided to buy this new 6th gen version today. Well, simply put, I wanted something super small and portable that I could use to keep notes, jot down ideas, and just in general carry with me to serve as a small planner. I also figured it was just time to upgrade, and what really pushed me to upgrade was the change in both the bezel design and the integration of the Apple Pencil. So here it is, the all-new 2021 iPad mini. So let's unbox this and see what we get. Oh, and before I forget, I also bought a couple of accessories. I also purchased the iPad mini Smart Folio and of course the Apple Pencil, which I'll also unbox in this video. So first things first, let's go with the iPad mini. And I'm not sure why I'm using a knife because Apple has it simple to remove tabs as usual. So let's give it some room. So it's got its protective cover, and for the color I decided to get the Starlight color, which, you know, is not bad looking. You know, I wanted something that wasn't your typical black. I mean, blue would have been cool, but I like the Starlight the most. Now that's just my preference, but you know, it's a simple color and I think it's pretty cool looking, and I like the mirror finish on the Apple logo. So it's got the single camera on it, and it's very lightweight. In fact, comparing to my older version, I think it's even lighter. It's definitely a little bit thinner, but let's see. Let's take this one out. So just comparing it to the older version, it is slightly smaller, just slightly. And then it is also slightly thinner. Okay, let's see what else. So as usual, you also get, so it comes with your little instruction guide as well as stickers, you know, the general paperwork that you get. And you also get your USB-C cable, USB-C to USB-C cable. Then you get your AC adapter, and that's about it. It's a pretty simple packaging, not too bad. Before I go ahead and turn this on, let's also go ahead and unbox the rest of the stuff that came with this. So let's see, I've got the Smart Folio here. And this is something that I decided to get just because I wanted to make sure I'm protecting the new iPad mini that I got. So it's got the soft velvet inner layer, and it's got the hard rubber coating, and then of course it's just magnetic, so you just stick in place. And what's cool about this is you can wrap it up and fold it so it's freestanding. Okay, and then of course the Apple Pencil. Okay, with the Apple Pencil, of course you get some kind of, you also get your usage booklets and your diagrams. No stickers, of course, with this. And then the Apple Pencil itself, which is magnetic and should stick to the side. So that's what I love about the Apple products, is their simple and elegant designs. Makes it all portable. Okay, so let's go ahead and power this on and go through the setup process. So press and hold the power button. So So I also like that the volume buttons are at the top, and so are the speakers. They have speakers on both the top and the bottom. Okay, so of course the setup. So we'll set it in English, United States. Set up manually. Okay, we'll set up our Wi-Fi. So then it's now activating. Okay, we'll set up Touch ID. Okay, so that's cool. It has a little Touch ID trigger at the top that kind of tells you. So looks like the sensor is built into the power button itself, which is pretty cool. So I do like that a whole lot better. That's a pretty cool thing. And if they're not going to build Touch ID into the screen, at least this is a good way to do it. Okay, so Touch ID is completed. I won't add another fingerprint and passcode. Okay, I'm not going to transfer. Agree. Sign my life away right there. So what's cool is you can have your Apple Pay as well on this new iPad mini. Now what I like about this is it's super sleek design. I like the color. And I mean, what's also cool about this thing is the screen is pretty clear and amazing. A lot better than my original iPad mini that I had previously. But then again, of course, it's been several years, several iterations, and several upgrades since I had my previous one. Okay, Siri. Okay, so light or dark? I am going to go with, I'm going to stick with the light just because I've also got a light colored iPad mini. So the screen on this new iPad mini is definitely clearer. It's much better than my old iPad mini. And then the sound is much better, especially because it's got speakers on the top and the bottom. So as you can see on the screen, I've got my widgets, I've got my icons, and even scrolling through the screens is a lot clearer and more smooth. And I'd say the only thing that I'm not too happy about is the screen area. And what I mean by that is there is this black bezel around it, whereas in the latest iPhones, they've maximized the screen so that there's very little bezel. Of course, there is the camera built in, but I wish they would have had the notch like on the iPhones and other Apple devices, and not had this little frame around it. So most of what's new for this new 2021 iPad mini over the last year is really the design refresh. It's got 4 distinct colors to choose from. It's also got the unibody design with the squared off edges, which is something that I love about it. And it also retains the Touch ID in the form of the power button at the top. And now, rather than a lightning port, which mine had previously, this one now also has USB-C, which is always a great thing. And then I believe this iPad mini also has a 12 megapixel camera on it, so that's not too bad as well. Now, one thing about the design I'm not sure I like is having the volume buttons at the top. But then I guess from a design perspective, it does make sense given that they can't be on the left because of the folio, and also because it has Apple support, so they can't be on the right. Now, I did mention that the quality of the display was better, but only better than my previous iPad mini, which is a lot older. It still has an LCD with a refresh rate of 60 Hz, so not as good as the display on a majority of other recent Apple devices. Now, depending on the model that you can get 5G support, but I opted for the model without cellular support since I can just connect to Wi-Fi or even tether with my phone. Now, battery life on this iPad mini isn't the greatest, so that is something else that you're going to have to consider when purchasing this. On a good day, I can get about 6 to 7 hours worth of usage on it, which isn't bad, but I find that I'm constantly charging or leaving it plugged in if I'm running everything at max. Now, I did mention that I plan to use this for simple tasks such as reading my email, taking notes, and also carrying it around as a planner. But I'm also thinking another good use for it is around the house as a handheld controller to control my lights and other appliances throughout the house. I mean, if you look at it, it's pretty small, and it's the perfect size for a handheld controller. In fact, it's a better solution than using an iPad Pro, which is pretty big and you don't want to use for that type of purpose. Now, from a specs perspective, this iPad mini comes in a 64 gig for $499 and a 256 gig at $649. And it's also powered by the A15 Bionic chip. Now, I do wish there was a blue version, but the Starlight version isn't so bad. Anyways, I'm going to take this out and play around with it some more. I do hope that you enjoyed this unboxing and review video. Remember to support this channel by smashing that like button and subscribing. And don't forget to ring that bell icon to get notified when I post new content. Until next time, see ya.